What did you do when you were governor in Sokoto, when you were confronted with some of these things? How did you tackle it?
Well, during our time, the economy was good. We were handling the economy in an excellent manner. The money we are getting, we are able to utilize the money in a better way so that everybody is getting something out of it. The carpentry, the mason, there's a job to be done. Unfortunately now, there's no job for anybody to do in this administration. Therefore, when the poverty is too much, I believe the essence of all these things is poverty, because there's nothing to do. People are losing their job, people are losing their business, so there's no, you should expect insecurity to happen.
But the government says it has created massive employment in agriculture, surprisingly, and then of course in the north, where you are from. Are you saying you're not seeing that?
Well, we haven't seen it.
The rice plantations in...
It's just mouth talk. I'm being honest with you, it's just a mouth talk. I would be glad to see that things are happening. I would say that he has performed. But as a northerner who come very close to Kebbi, I know what is happening. The food is just propaganda. It's just as I'm now talking to you, still people rely on this smuggled rice. Even though the government is trying to stop it, but it's not possible. So talking of farming is a total failure, nothing to farm. The herdsmen have stopped farmers going to the farms. And what I tell you that the farmers, there's good harvesting. As far as I'm concerned, whoever is going to tell you the truth is not the situation of farming, the situation of is not in place.
Now, the other thing on which the president ran, and probably the most controversial one, is the battle against corruption. Now, you were placed on trial. Of course, eventually you were acquitted. But tell us a bit about your experience. What was that like, the trial and the whole idea behind the fact that you were accused of corruption?
Well, you know, EFCC was put in good faith initially to fight corruption. And at least even now, everybody is fearing to the EFCC level. But if we are doing honest, it's the best thing to be encouraged to put in place to fight corruption. But unfortunately, they have turned the EFCC for political purposes, attacking, intimidating opposition political parties. Otherwise, if it's going to be allowed free and fair to do their job, it's a welcome idea. But unfortunately, if you see what is happening, look, let me give you an example in APC. Most of the people who have a case to answer, when they enter an APC government, the chapter is closed for them. There are a lot of them. It's a non-issue. It's not a hidden issue anymore. But now, look at the Secretary to the government, when he was accused by the National Assembly, the government come and say they cover him, the senators.
But they've removed him now and he's been investigated.
He has been investigated. Have you been taken to court?
Not yet.
Okay. Almost 2 years now he hasn't been taken to court. But are they doing to us? Are they doing the same to us? You will be invited, you will be detained for 3 weeks before you go, they will take you to court. Then you get your bail from the court if you're from opposition party. But when you join the APC, you are not corrupt, you are clean.
It's surprising that that comes from you, because I would have pointed out that one of the parties that today forms the APC, you were one of the foundation members, and you stayed in that party for quite a while before you left. So I guess maybe if you know that if you join the APC, then of course all your sins are forgiven, which is what you said. Why didn't you join the APC?
I joined the APC when it wasn't a party. I not even joined, we formed the APC when we were trying to get the government. Immediately, I was the chairman of the constitution of the APC. It wasn't in my house. When it was formed, the injustice was done to us.
How?
By 5 governors joining the APC. And then we are asked to hand over the party to the governors who are coming to join the APC because they have money to spend. That is why we are pushed out of the APC. Therefore, if you can see right from the beginning, the foundation of APC is started in a corrupt way, where there's no justice. How can we, who are from various political parties, from the APC, and then another people come and join us, after we got the party registered, because they have money, that's what we are told, that they have the money to give the party for takeoff. Therefore, we should allow them to take over the leadership of their various states.
But when you say that they have money to take over the leadership, I've read in some of the reports that in some instances, it's alleged though, and one of your colleagues, Governor Sule Lamido, actually said that there were people who gave the APC money at the point at which they were joining. Something that you were also quoted as having said. That, for example, Governor Rotimi Amechi and a number of others gave 100 million naira each just to join.
I am a principal witness to that, because when I ask, why are we going to hand over the party to incoming governors? We are asked that every one of them is going to give 100 million naira for the take of the party. I say, well, I'm not a governor. I have witnesses. Dr. Hakim was just very close to me. I said, okay, if it's 100 million naira, I can give 100 million naira to the party in order for me to remain APC, so that I will stand.
So that you don't have to hand over the party structure.
Yes, but it's rejected. I am a principal witness. We are asked that these people are going to give 100 million naira. That's 500 million naira for the APC takeoff. So you can see right from the foundation of the party, it started on the wrong way.
So this is one of the reasons why you left.
That is the reason why I left.
But before then, you of course started off with what was then known as APP. And then in 2007, after your 2 terms as governor, you formed the DPP and contested the presidency on its platform. Then thereafter, you left. I'm not too clear. You will explain that to me. Did you leave the DPP? What happened to the DPP?
What happened to DPP? Because after the election, I realized that it's going to be a one-man party system.
It was your party. Everybody felt it was your party.
So a party, national party is supposed to be a national party, but when you say Bafarawa party, there is no more a national party, it's Bafarawa party. That was why I decided, myself and Tinubu, while he was leading AC and I was leading DPP, and one was from ACN. Therefore, he took the national chairmanship. I took the national secretary, who was representing the DPP, Leo Shaibu, who is now the current
national vice chairman of the APC.
Of the APC. So he got to be there because of the link of DPP. That was how ACN was formed. And then from there, when ACN was formed, we gradually merged with ACN, AMPP, CPC, and formed APC. So if I'm joining politics for the sake of material gain, I should have joined PDP. But I have been in opposition. That was why when I left AMPP for this agreement, which I even told Mr. President, he too is going to leave the AMPP. And it happens. He left AMPP, he formed CPC.
That's right.
So I'm not the only person who left the APC or AMPP and formed DPP. Even Buhari followed the queue. He left AMPP and joined CPC. And then at the end of the day, we meet again and formed APC.
But then you then left and returned to the PDP. Oh, sorry, I went to the PDP.
Then, because of the injustice done to us. If there's no injustice, I should remain APC. And thank God that I led the party.
Why do you say that?
I thank God because in the way and manner APC is running the affairs of government, I think everybody, look at those who are there before, they have now started to join us.
Aren't you afraid of that? Because I was going to ask you, you're running to be president. Some of those who have joined you most recently in the PDP, including your successors, one of your successors as governor of Sokoto, that's Alhaji Aminu Tambuwal. The rumor is that he hasn't formally declared, but the rumor is there that he's coming to come and contest for the presidential ticket of the PDP as well. Dr. Bukola Saraki, the Senate president, he's going to contest the presidency. Are you opposed to this?
I pray it's not going to be a rumor. Let it be real.
Why?
They are welcome. Because
there are already agitations from people like you who were there earlier, not you specifically, but people like you who were there earlier, saying, how can you just come in and then at the last minute and then now come and say you want to contest? I'm warning the party executive to beware that there might be trouble ahead if they try to give any form of preferential treatment to these people coming?
I don't think there's going to be any problem. When we're talking of democracy, we are going to Eagle Square. The delegates are going to be there. Whoever they choose to be the flag bearer of the party, I think any Democrat will accept that defeat and join the person for the ticket. And then we push our party forward. For anybody saying that he's joining PDP for the sake of him being the president, if he didn't get the ticket, then he will leave the party. Well, I think it's unfortunate for any serious Democrat to behave that way. To my belief, among all those who are aspiring for PDP, for whatever reason, if they didn't get the ticket, I think they will remain. People like myself, I will remain in PDP. If I left PDP, then I will quit politics. Unless the name is changed from PDP, but as far as PDP is concerned, I will remain in PDP until I quit from politics. Therefore, getting the ticket or not, if I get the ticket, well and good. If anybody didn't get it, I'll follow him, support him to make sure that we win the election of 2019.